Now, the colors method that I like to use with church lighting is a lot like the songs method, except you don't ever have to program anything new, which, might be helpful for you if you're a church tech director or you've got some volunteers and you just don't have the time or the expertise to be programming all the time, but you want to be able to keep things fresh on your church's stage. So what I would do for this method is, again, I would start out with my basic cues from the whole service method, maybe a pre-post look and a welcome/sermon look. And we'll use those cues for the service. So, we'll have them, we can change them from week to week for the sermon, for the service. We can change the pre-post as we want, maybe to match some theme graphics or something like that. But then when it comes to the songs, we'll just have the people go to, a given startup cue. Maybe we build one right now that just is a cue built for the music. So maybe I'll take these guys, my front light, and bring them up to 50%. And I go ahead and I turn on these moving lights. Maybe we don't use the beams in this one. We turn those on and we put them in a position for the week. Maybe we don't change that throughout the week. And then we go ahead and we record that. We call it music. We have our volunteer play that back. And then when it comes time to get into the music, then we have the volunteer just simply play back color combinations, which we can build on the playback buttons. So in this last version, this last video, I showed you how to build songs in here. We're just going to change it a little this time and move these guys out of here and build color combinations. So it's really as simple as just going to my groups and presets, going to color here. And what I like to do, I usually, for most things where it's fairly simple, I just do 2 color combinations. So I literally find half my lights here. So maybe I do my downstage pars and my spots together. And I'm going to call that half rig. And then I'm going to grab my upstage pars, my washes, and my bars on the side here. And I'm going to call that the other half of the rig. Awesome. And then just make sure these don't have intensity. Cool. And so then I'm just going to go and literally make a lot of color looks. So say I do a quick red, blue. One thing I do like to start with actually before I get there, if I combine these together for the whole rig, I'll just build a row real quick across my playback buttons here of all the colors. So literally just red. And then we'll go through my 10 colors here. All right, so I've made those. Again, red, green, blue, yellow, magenta, cyan, violet, amber, white. You can do whatever colors you want, but those are the ones that I like to record. And so those guys will just literally just play through. I clear my programmer. Each different set of colors. So all the lights in the same color. And so then I can go and build some halves. So I like to just get half my rig red, half my rig blue, and then go ahead and literally do a full row here of color combinations with contrasting colors. Often colors that are opposite of each other on the color wheel. And I've got a video on Learn Stage Lighting about colors, or an article rather, about colors and how to choose colors in your lighting. And I'll put that here on the YouTube video. And then I like to do a row of things that are, colors that definitely are close together on the color wheel, like a good red amber here. So I'll do a row of that here. And that's really all you need. And so the way that this works is, if I would have built these out all the way across, the way that this works during a service is you just write down for your volunteer, or have them decide what colors they want to use with each song. And oftentimes, what you'll do, I'll just clear this out here. What you'll do here is you'll have them follow what the lyrics person's using for the backgrounds. So they can sit there during rehearsal, they can follow along with what the lyrics person has planned, and then they can say, okay, this one's got these colors in it, this one's got these colors in it, and they can always match the lyrics person perfectly. And the great thing, like I said at the start about this, is it allows you to get some changes on your church's stage to be able to create some interesting looks without without you having to think of scenes to program or really do anything from week to week. So if you don't have time, this is another good one where you can get a variety of looks, but have it all pre-programmed. You don't, maybe you pre-program it, maybe whoever sold you your lights pre-programs it. Doesn't really matter. What does matter is that it's simple week to week. All you got to do is set up those backgrounds in ProPresenter and or have your volunteer just choose the looks for the given week. And so in our last video, I'm going to talk about punting and what that looks like running lights live to music in a church environment for a church service in Onyx.